Hey everyone, this is Comics and Culture. Just doing a few of the, I guess, more rare or different ones, I guess, into my horror and crime stuff. This is Lev Gleason. This is a little before he started his Crime and Punishment and all that, or around the time, I guess. This is The Killers. Killers 3. It's a cool L.B. Cole cover. They broke the ancient law, thou shalt not kill. Then we have Teenage Dope Slaves. Bruce, you've got to stop before it's too late. I'll get the money somehow. Somehow don't count. You know how that is. This is actually Harvey Comics Library #1 is how it's listed. Also pretty cool. This is Spectacular Adventures. It's listed under Adventures in Overstreet. It's also supposed to be pretty rare, apparently. It's got some neat stuff. Hopefully I'm not getting too much shadow, but try to open it up and show you some. This was the Slave Girl story by Warren King. A lot of, art that continued from page to page. This was really pretty early for that kind of stuff. Starts out with the China bombshell story. This one may or may not have been trimmed. It's hard to tell. I know these were bigger than regular comics, and this one still is bigger than a regular comic of that time. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Seems like it's missing some of the top of the art. And it seems like I'm missing some of the Y on February. Still very rare. Overstreet might, I think, call it scarce. Then we have Liberty Comics. Another old one there. Gotta love that. Death of the Clown or whatever. You got the skull cover. Classic skull cover. All for one low price here. The Lucky Rabbit foot. This is a first edition, first cover, Classic Comics. Later on, they would redo the Prince and the Pauper Classics Illustrated, but with a different cover. This one must have been too graphic for, as time went on. This is Jeep Comics #1. Spooky cover. Gotta love that. This is trying to get into the next in here. Let's see, I think this is 1944, the winter edition, Jeep Comics #1. And it was all different stories back then. It's the end of the war, near the end of the war, so the Jeep was getting pretty popular. This one's also supposedly kind of rare. This is the best stories of crime does not pay for the year 1953. This is 25¢. This was an annual. It's listed in Overstreet as the best of, but let's see if we can get in here. See if that'll focus in, sorry. But you can see it is 1953 annual, so I would call it an annual. Look, stop smoking. Back then, some people knew. I'm not against smoking if you want to smoke. Draw instantly. The Electric Chair and the Murderess. It's actually a pretty good one as you see her down there. That's what happens when you break the law. At least in 1950s comics generally. Then, move on. Sorry. It's an Alex Schomburg cover. Wonder Comics, #17. I believe it has some Frazetta in it. Doing the pencils on a couple, or maybe on the Jill story, but on maybe that's the one. I forget. Sorry, I could look it up. Great, great though. I believe this was airbrushed, an airbrushed cover. This is Vault of Horror, number 12. And this one is really just an amazingly good copy. See the corners and try to get into them. And the page color is really nice inside. All the way down to the back. I'm getting ready to send this to CGC. I'm hoping it'll get a 9 maybe or above. It's really, really nice. You'll have to let me know what you think. But it's in really good shape. And the staples. But it's a beauty. And we'll finish him up here with a little bit of Uncle Sam. This is National Comics number 5. And this was actually the debut of Quicksilver there. It's also a bondage cover. Excuse me, see Uncle Sam there. Can't beat him. But this was the first one with Quicksilver, who actually went into, I believe, DC Comics much later. They changed his name or something, though. And then this one I'll leave in. I believe its cover's detached. But this is number 16. So by then you have Quicksilver, Kid Patrol, and Sally O'Neil going on. Still another great cover. As I said, I like the horse, so the other one had the skull. This one's got the little skull going on with it as well. Alright, that's all for the couple of the rare, different, older ones. And I'm going to do some, actually, I think, funny animals next time. Change pace. A little bit of Uncle Scrooge number 1 and stuff like that. Alright, everybody, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year coming up.